My brothers, my sisters, hope the week is going well. This past Sunday, it was the 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. It was also our large kickoff Sunday for the new capital campaign at the Catholic community of Pleasanton titled Arise and Build. And the readings, amazingly, fit perfectly into what it is we are trying to do and how everybody is invited to be a part of what we are trying to do. So in the readings this past weekend, we encountered two widows. There is, from the first book of Kings, the widow from Zarephath, and Elijah coming in to Zarephath and seeing the widow and asking her for a small cup of water. And she stops what she's doing and goes. And also at that point he says, and some bread. What's amazing is the widow was concerned at that point for her son and for herself, knowing it could be their last meal. And Elijah prophesied that if you expend your energies in looking at the bounty that you have and not in it as surplus for giving to others, then you will find redemption in that act. And so it is that the widow and her son had enough food for at least another year because of the manner in which she gave from what little she had, and for her, that was bountiful giving. She didn't look at what little she had and say, I don't have surplus. She was willing to trust in the Lord. If we go to the gospel, another widow, and all this widow has are these measly 2 coins, and she puts them in the treasury. There's a lot of other people who put in great amounts of wealth. That widow, just 2 coins. Jesus sees this, brings his disciples over and said to them, do you see what this widow did? That widow gave more to the treasury than all the others who gave great amounts. And why? Because that bounty, as small as it was, she was willing to give from what she had, not from what was left over. My sisters and my brothers, as we engage in our $10 million capital campaign, I invite all of us to consider our giving from what we have, not from what is left over. I ask you to consider your giving from a perspective of stewardship, where we recognize what we've been given is gift from God, and that gift needs to be shared freely and openly. It's what we have given to us from God. So as we go forward, please continue discerning how it is you can support our capital campaign in time, in talent, and treasure, how it is we exercise stewardship, how it is that you and I are called to be that widow from Zarephath and the widow that encountered Jesus in Mark's gospel. Let's arise and build. Let's put our hands to the good work. Have a great week.